My best friend took my girl, so I became his stepdad. My boy Marcus and I were like brothers for 11 years. We did everything together. Same school, same basketball team, same dreams of making it out the hood. Then I introduced him to my girlfriend Diamond. Biggest mistake of my life. I came home early from work one night to surprise her with flowers and found Marcus's car in my driveway. I walked in and heard noises coming from my bedroom. I didn't even open the door. I just stood there listening to my whole world fall apart. When I confronted them, Marcus looked me dead in my face and said, "Bro, she came on to me." And Diamond? She said maybe if you weren't always working, I wouldn't need attention from someone else. I lost my girl and my best friend in the same night, but here's where it gets interesting. Marcus's mom, Linda, had been single for 6 years after his dad walked out. She was 44, but looked like she was barely 35. And she had always treated me like a second son. After the breakup, I started coming around more. Not for Marcus, for her. I'd help her with bills Marcus never helped with. I'd fix the car Marcus never learned to fix. I'd sit and listen to her talk about how lonely she was. How Marcus only called when he needed money. 3 months of being the man Marcus refused to be. One night, she broke down crying and said, "Why couldn't Marcus turn out more like you?" I held her. And then I did what Marcus would never expect. 6 months later, Linda and I are engaged. I waited until Marcus brought Diamond to meet his mom for the first time to announce it. We're all sitting at dinner and Linda stands up and says, "Marcus, I'm getting married." He smiled and said, "That's great. Mom, who's the lucky guy?" Then I stood up, grabbed her hand, and said, "That would be me, son." The table went silent. Diamond dropped her fork. Marcus looked at me and said, "Bro, what? She's my mom." I smiled and said, "Yeah, and Diamond was my girl." Funny how things work out, right? He tried to get Linda to change her mind, but she told him, "You haven't been here for me in years." He has. Diamond tried texting me that night, saying she made a mistake. I showed Linda the messages and we laughed about it together in our bedroom. The wedding was beautiful. Marcus had to walk his own mother down the aisle, straight to me. Now every Sunday dinner I sit at the head of the table and in the seat his father used to sit. Marcus has to ask me for permission to come to his childhood home. Last week he needed money for rent and had to call me and say, "Hey, Dad, can I borrow $500? I said, "I'll think about it." Son. Diamond? She's still with Marcus, struggling. Meanwhile, I wake up every morning in his mother's house, in his mother's bed, living his mother's best life. Marcus took my girl and thought he won. I took his family and showed him what losing really looks like. Some people say revenge is a dish best served cold. I say it's best served at Sunday dinner, with your enemy calling you daddy.